not for so long, like the junior category in dynamic is quite new. So we can see here at the bottom left of the screen, the time. They have one bust so far. So again, because there's only 2 teams in these dynamic 4-way junior categories, we are not using the traditional format for dynamic, which is qualifier and tournaments, but more of a FS style format where they're going to be flying 6 rounds, sorry, and have a cumulative score at the end. So that was it for round 5 for dynamic 4-way junior. Singapore just got a score of 76.264. That is with 1 bust. Let's see if the judges confirmed the score. And up against them, we have the ladies from Volare, which were cracking up as Mike Wittenberg calling it Volare with a very American accent. They have been together for about 1.5 years. This is our first international competition. They've been competing in the US Nationals last, I don't remember which month was it, but the last US Nationals. And they are a team to watch. All right, Team Singapore, looking at the screen, checking out, waiting for the confirmation by the judges of that bust. We're probably getting into review at the moment. So for those of you who are not familiar with dynamic flying and the way it is judged, we basically have 5 judges in their own little corner of the world with screens, and they're looking at that split screen that you'll be able to see again when Volare is flying, with a view on the center line and a view on the sideline. And this is to allow the judges to make sure that no bust is happening when they fly. A bust is a 5-second penalty that occurs when a part of the flyer's body either goes through the ring, which is a circle, a metal circle, 2 meters high on the sideline, or does not completely cross some of the lines. It's not always easy to understand at first, but when we have that split screen and the teams are flying again, we'll make sure to point it out to you again. What's really easy to get, though, is when a bust occurs, those lines that were green and blue turn red, and that means a 5-second penalty.
And that's hard, you know, when you're in the tunnel. And it's been a pretty clean comp this time, right? It looks overall, it's definitely difficult to continue flying when you know you've just lost 3 seconds minimum. And also, you have a green light on one side and a blue light on the other side, and those are your direction indicators as well when you're new. So when they both go red, that can be a very interesting time for newer teams.
Okay, so the judges have confirmed the score with 1 bust of 76.264 for Team Singapore. And the ladies of Volare are going to get ready to go fly. When we asked them if they had a pre-comp ritual, they answered they had a secret Volare handshake that was not so secret anymore after their moms posted it on Facebook. All right, the lights are white, the judges are ready, the girls are setting up at the door. And as soon as the first flyer is in and crosses the laser beam that's inside the frame of the door, the time starts. You can see that time on the bottom left of your screen. B stands for bust and S for skips.
Head down mixed snake, back layout, and this is the first mixer that they're completing now, the mixed circles. That's the end of page 1. They're staying low, the ring doesn't apply at the end of the page there. On to page 2, going in the other direction, head down mixed snake. And the back layout. And again, finishing page 2 with the mixed circles. Looks clean so far.
So the time to beat was 71 seconds, but with the bust it's a 76. And it's looking good for the girls right now.
Finishing the mixed snake, moving into the layout. Really nice, cleanly into the layout. Closing up on those mixed circles.
Keep it clean,
Bottom
ladies.
loop, joining in the end of the snake to exit, and they're out. Ooh. Does this close? This is 76.39 down there.
Damn.
Damn.
That is very, very close. Well, that was a nice clean round for the girls, and they're not quite as fast on pure speed as Singapore for now. Like Singapore's been consistently taking those rounds so far, but they're very promising. And I told them yesterday the secret to being a good team is to stick together. So I think
just don't give up.
Don't give up, exactly. But they look like they have a really awesome friendship, and I really wish them to grow into the sports together, because it's quite a cool thing to do.
How old are they?
They're between 14 and 16, I believe. Yeah, Jill is 15, Gigi is 15, Kiana is 15, and Bella is 14.
Wow.
So between 14 and 16 years old.
And there's still one more round to go there, correct?
There are still one more round to go. So this was round 5 for dynamic flying junior. And again, this is not a tournament board, because there's only 2 teams this year in this dynamic 4-way junior category. So there was not enough team to make sense of having a tournament board. So we moved on to having an FS type format, which we can do because since there's not enough NACs participating, this is not going to qualify for a World Cup or a European Championship. Well, they're not even European teams anyway. So basically it's up to the organizers, but this is not going to deliver any title at the end. So that's why we have the freedom to adjust. But it was very important for the organizing team and for the parents and the kids who've been training for this to still have a platform and be able to perform on the world stage and be there and meet the other teams. And that's something that comes back a lot in what they've been telling us about how they feel about being here. They're very, very happy to be exposed to the level of flying that's here, to be inspired by them and to meet people. I guess that's when you start in a sport and you have that kind of ambition, being able to meet the people you admire the most, that's pretty cool. All right, so up next, we're going to move on to the Dynamic 4-Way Open semi-final. So let's take a little look at